Hey guys, Constance here at A Good Life Farm. So I have this little thing that I like to do called How Many Mantises Can We Find? So we have a lot of mantises that live out here, and I will come out to one of the butterfly bushes and I'll just see how many I can find. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, 6 of them right here on this bush. I know, I'm easily entertained. Hot temper. So I just got a package in the mail, something that I had ordered a while back, and I've got chaos here in my kitchen at the moment because of this package. So over there in the corner I have my coffee bar that I set up, and I have a shelf up above it that I hang the coffee cups on and some of the little decorations. But when I purchased that shelf, I actually wanted two because I wanted stacked matching shelves. And I bought that shelf at Hobby Lobby, but at the time they only had one of them, and all of their shelves were on sale half price. So I bought the one that I wanted, and then I ordered a second one online. And so the second one just came in the mail. So I'm actually going to move that one because I didn't really hang it in the right spot, and thankfully the shelves come with hardware for more than one shelf. And so I'm going to go ahead and take that one down. I'm going to relocate it slightly lower or maybe higher, and then add the second one in the other spot, because I actually wanted one right about there and one right about there. So that is what I'm fixing to do. And doesn't it always work out this way, that when you're in the middle of a project you can't find a tool that you need? I have one drill, I can't find my other one. This is my drill for drilling holes, which I need to do to put the anchor in the walls for the screws that hold the shelves up. Then I can't find my other one for doing the screws with the bits and all of that. Well, actually there's one more spot for me to look. I just thought of it. Let me go look. Eureka! This is why you should always put tools back where they go and not just in a convenient spot at the moment. Alright, that saves me some work. So first, let's take down the shelf. Alright, so first, to get these level, I'm going to mark the width . Then I'll take my level and I'll mark the height to make sure that they are the same. There. Where they cross is where put the anchor in it. Alright, and then I'm going to go up, a foot. double check and make sure that's level. That'll work. All right, now to drill the holes. And I just want to say, they ought to make levels like this with rulers on the side of them. Do you know how much time that would save me? Alrighty, so now I can take my S-hooks, and the underside of these shelves have this bar that go across, and so what I did is I got some S-hooks at the hardware store and I painted them to match the metal underneath there. And so then the shelf becomes a coffee rack or a cup rack. Alright, so now before I put anything on this shelf here, I'm going to go ahead and get my spackle and I'm going to patch those holes, let that dry up, and then I can put a little touch-up paint on there and no one would ever know. Then I move the shelves. So I keep this camera here, this is my other vlogging camera, in this cabinet right here by the back door because sometimes there's something out there that I want to get on camera. Like just now, I looked out there as I was walking by with the screwdriver and I saw this. I love living in the country. And there may be a very technical way of doing this, but this is how I do it. I take my fingernail or a screwdriver and it will push in any loose material. And then I'll take some spackle, just a piece of cardboard, a label from a paintbrush, and I'll press that in there nice and flat. And then I let it dry, and then I come back after it's drying with a wet sponge and I clean off any excess that's on the outside on the wall. Otherwise you can see exactly where it was. Alright, so this is now my finished coffee bar. Let me show you the whole picture. We have the two stacked shelves, and the top one actually has a little bit of a bent support, which kind of makes it look a little crooked, but we're just going with its vintage, even though it's not. We'll call it the rustic look. So up on the top I have a couple antique jars, canning jars, as well as a hog scraper, and an old vintage pie plate that says Mrs. Smith's on there, which is quite appropriate for my kitchen. Down here on the lower shelf, I have some things that belong to my grandmother, like her little miniature wood stove. This is a mini that the salesman would give to the little girls when they sold the wood stove to the mothers, and the idea was to garner future customers. And so this is all cast iron, and I still have the little implements that go with it. And inside I will stick a little tea light, and I will actually burn those in there. See, this actually goes over here. Now that kitschy little coffee pot decoration isn't really my style. I have found over time that less and less I like things that have sayings on them, because I think sayings get old quick, and I just don't like them. Not for decor. I think sayings are for bumper stickers and t-shirts and hats and all of that. I have found I really don't like it in decor. But my grandmother's kitschy little coffee maker or coffee pot has a lot of memories tied to it, so it is definitely always going to have a place in my kitchen, lettering or not. So then in the back corner I have an old grater, antique grater that belonged to my grandmother. I have my milk glass vase that when it's not in use can simply sit up here on display, and then a little hen and rooster salt and pepper shaker. Of course, down below here I have my coffee cup collection, some of them. I am a sucker for pottery, love handmade pottery. This one is the only one that kind of stands out as being different. It's Polish pottery, but who can resist a little chicken design? Then on the coffee bar itself, over here on the end, is my Grandma Doll's coffee tin, and that's what I actually keep my coffee in. Then we have our Ninja coffee maker, which I set up in the evening so that I get up to freshly brewed coffee every morning. Then we have the sugar and spoons for Mr. Smith, and these are sitting on an antique French platter. This cute little light made out of a cheese grater, I purchased that at an antique shop. I don't think it's a real antique, but it was cute and I thought it was fitting. I wanted a very gentle light out here by the coffee maker, because when I wake up in the morning, I come into the kitchen, I let the dogs out, and while they're out there doing their business, I make myself my first cup of coffee in the morning. And I don't like to wake up abruptly. I like to wake up with quiet, with low lights. I don't want to have to turn lights on right away. And so with that gentle little light there by the coffee maker, I can get up, I can get my first cup of coffee, and I can ease into the day. And then here in the corner, I have my little tin for composting. That is where all of my coffee grounds and filters go. And when it gets full, I take it out to the compost bin out by the garden. And so it's just a nice little convenience thing right here. It actually has a filter inside the top. So if I put other things besides coffee in there, nothing's going to be smelling, and it works really well. And then finally, the last thing over here in the corner, it's not really for the coffee bar, but it kind of completes this area. I have this cast iron pine cone hook that my daughter gave me one year for Christmas, and I hung it in here just because I thought it was just nice to go with the cast iron that's in my kitchen, and I could change from time to time what I want to hang on here. And if I don't want anything on here, I don't have to put anything on it at all. But today I had a little event that I went to, and I saw this adorable wreath that a lady had made, and so I picked it up. and I hung it on the hook, and it's officially my first fall decoration in the house. Autumn is my favorite season. I never go overboard with my decorations, but I do enjoy decorating for fall. And I did get one other thing from that lady as well, besides this wreath, and that was this cute little pumpkin. Isn't this adorable? And you know, I think this would be really, really easy to make. So I'm going to go to the craft store in the next few days and get what I think I need to make this and see if we can't replicate this. I think this would be super easy. But I couldn't resist. It was cute and it was really cheap. So that is it for my coffee bar. It is completed, and now I can work on a few other little things here in the house, because before long I'm going to start working on the ceiling and doing the shiplap. So that is it for today. Thanks for hanging out with me again here at A Good Life Farm. My name is Constance, and I do at least 3 videos a week on homesteading, home cooking, and back to basics. Thanks for watching, you guys.